Have you ever loved someone so quietly that even they never knew? He was 20, an age where love doesn't arrive loudly, it quietly takes root. They met online, nothing dramatic, no grand beginning, just simple conversations that slowly became a habit. Then a need, then something he couldn't explain, but felt every day. She was 21. She had a soft laugh, the kind that stayed in your ears long after the call ended. She spoke casually, freely, like she trusted the world a little too easily. And he fell for her, silently. It was his first time feeling something like this. No experience, no courage, no words, just feelings, pure, unfiltered, innocent feelings. Their conversations grew, from good morning texts to random late-night talks, to small meetups that meant everything to him, but probably felt normal to her. Every time they met, he would return home with a heart full of dreams. Dreams where one day he would tell her. Dreams where she would smile and say she felt the same. But reality was quiet, and so was he. Her life was different. Her father had left behind a home for the family. Her mother worked as a sales manager, always traveling from city to city. Her siblings came and went, busy with college. So most days she was alone. And maybe that loneliness made her heart search for something, someone. One day, she told him, casually, "I'm seeing someone." And in that one moment, something inside him quietly broke without making a sound. But he smiled. He nodded. "Nice. Tell me about him." Because sometimes loving someone means hiding your pain just to see them happy. She said he was older, 7 or 8 years. 28, she said. But something about it didn't feel right to him. Not the age, but the way she described him. Unemployed. Looking for a job. But he loves me. And he wanted to believe her, even when his heart kept warning him otherwise. And then, one day, she told him they met at a dark cafe. She laughed lightly as she said it. "He kissed me, and..." She paused. "He touched me." He didn't say anything, but inside him, everything screamed, he knew. He understood what that path leads to. But he stayed quiet, because he feared something more than losing her. He feared she would think he was jealous. And he wasn't. He was scared for her. Time passed. They stopped meeting often. Only occasional texts now. And then slowly, even those faded. And somewhere in that silence, she gave him everything. Everything a girl dreams of saving for someone who truly belongs to her future. Her innocence, her trust, her first love. She let him into her home, into her space, into her life. He didn't just take a place in her house. He took a place in her soul. And the boy who loved her silently, watched from a distance, helpless. Because sometimes, the hardest part of love is watching someone you care about walk into pain and knowing you can't stop them. He saw what she couldn't, a man with no direction, no responsibility, living freely in a home that wasn't his, taking everything, giving nothing. But he said nothing, because love, when it's real, sometimes chooses silence over interference, even when it hurts. Then one day, his phone rang. It was her. But this time, she wasn't laughing. She was crying, broken, shattered. And in that moment, his heart didn't feel pain for himself. It felt pain for her. He didn't ask questions. He just went. They met by the lake near her house. She looked unrecognizable. Her eyes were swollen, her face pale, her silence louder than anything she could have said. He sat beside her, quietly, gave her water. And when she couldn't hold herself anymore, he held her, not as a lover, but as someone who refused to let her fall apart alone. She finally spoke. "He's married." The words fell like something dead. He was here on a company posting, just for a few months, and just like that, everything made sense. To him, not to her. She didn't just lose a man. She lost herself. The girl who once laughed freely now sat staring into nothing. Days passed. She locked herself in her room, and as if life wasn't cruel enough, while he was with her, her little dog died. Her only companion, gone. And sometimes, life doesn't break you all at once. It takes everything, piece by piece. She was alone, completely alone. And he stayed. Not loudly, not dramatically. Just there. Because real love doesn't always speak. Sometimes it simply stays. He helped her clean the house, removed every trace of that man, every memory, every sign. Before her family returned, not because he had to, but because loving someone silently means doing things they may never even notice. One night, he told his friend everything he had buried inside. The love, the pain, the helplessness. His friend listened, then simply said, "Buy her a dog." It sounded small, too small for something this big. But sometimes, healing doesn't come in grand gestures. It comes in the simplest forms of life. So he went, and he searched, until he found the smallest, fluffiest puppy. Soft, warm, alive, full of the kind of innocence she had lost. He took it to her home. She was sitting there, lost again, staring into nothing. But then, the puppy moved, a small sound, a tiny life. She looked, for the first time in days. There was a spark. She picked it up, held it close, and suddenly, she smiled. Not a big smile, but a real one. The kind that comes from somewhere deep inside, where broken pieces slowly begin to heal. She hugged the puppy, then she looked at him, and without thinking, she leaned forward and kissed his cheek, wrapped her arms around him. "Thank you." And in that moment, he felt everything, and nothing at the same time, because that one kiss was the closest he had ever been to the love he never said. Days turned into weeks. The puppy brought life back into her routine. Walks in the park, small laughter, moments of peace. She slowly came back. Not the same girl, but a stronger one. And him? He stayed where he always was, beside her, not as her love, not as her choice, but as her constant. He never told her, not once, because his love was never about being chosen. It was about choosing her every single day, even if she never saw it. Some people believe in love at first sight. He didn't. He believed in something deeper. That love, real love, grows quietly, takes root in your heart, and teaches you to give without asking, to care without expecting, to stay even when leaving would hurt less. And maybe, one day, she will look back and see him, not just as the friend who stayed, but as the one who loved her when she was broken, when she was lost, when she had nothing left to give. And maybe, just maybe, that love will find its way into her heart too. Because some loves don't begin with confession. They begin with patience and hope. And before you go, tell me something honestly. Have you ever had a love like this? A love you never said out loud, but never truly let go either. If you have, share your story. Because somewhere, someone might still be waiting, just like he did.